Hello and welcome back to the Quarantine Theater Company. Tonight we've got a wonderful film for you that we're going to be reading. It's one of my all-time favorite movies ever. I mean, I will watch this more than I watch Star Wars or Star Trek, which says a lot. We're going to be doing Teen Witch, the 1989 classic starring Robin Lively. Woo, woo. Anyway, joining us tonight is a band of merry men and women. We've got Jennifer with us doing our scene description. Logan's going to be our Brad. We've got Nicole with us. She's going to be Polly. We've got Jared as Rhett. Travis is going to be the lovely, annoying little brother, Richie. Katie is going to be Margaret and Randa. Karina is going to be our Kiki and Miss Malloy. And then I am going to be doing Louise because it's my read and I love this movie. All right, so without further ado, take it away.
Exterior rooftop night, sexy music intro plays as we pan across a long streaming scarf in the wind. Cut to a rooftop door that opens and Brad, being his sexy self, saunters out the door and walks off screen. He's walking towards Louise, wearing a sexy and stylish hot pink mini dress and holding the world's second largest scarf and some really strong wind. Is it safe to be on a roof in high winds? He approaches her slowly as she stands there demurely and drops her scarf. She starts walking towards him in slow motion. They finally meet and then they lean in for a sexy kiss, but Louise apparently likes to play head games and shifts her head at the last second and saunters away slowly. She stops and he approaches her from behind and embraces her for a moment. Then he spins her around to face him. She playfully pushes him away and then he pulls her close. Their nose to sexy nose and they start to dance. Louise once again leaves him standing there and walks dramatically away, still in slow motion. Either way, or either that, or they just walk really slowly. I mean, it's possible. Now she's on the ledge walking. Thank God that wind died down. Oof. Brad jumps up and dance walks towards her. Come on, a 5, 6, 7, 8. Now she's dance walking backwards on this ledge, and as Brad continues towards her, she climbs further out of the way, higher up towards the side of the building. She brushes her hands up her body seductively as she's about. Pan down to see Brad about 30 feet below her with his arms out, ready to catch her. Louise spreads her hands out to the side and leans into the world's dumbest trust fall, her face quickly turning to panic as beep, beep, beep. Interior Louise's bedroom morning. Louise wakes up in a panic and turns off the alarm. It's a frilly, girly bedroom. Lots of ruffles and pink tones. She sits a little annoyed that she was awoken by such a dream, but notices something. She leans over the side of her bed and looks under the bed to find her bratty little brother, Richie.
Richie, get out of here! Richie! Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I mean, no, it's okay. It's all right. I mean, I feel that same way about Richie. I know, it's fine. Who badly needs a hairbrush laying under her bed, reading her diary while eating chocolate cake with his hands straight out of a cake box? What a heathen! Richie moves backwards and Louise has pulled him out by his feet. Go, girl!
Richie, get out of there, you little pinhead!
Whoa, touch me and die, lady.
Don't be weird. Ew, why don't you keep your food in your own pigsty?
Are you nuts? That's the first place Mom would look.
What is with that voice, man? All you think about is food.
All you think about is Brad, the red hot lover. Brad, the great Brad.
You've been reading my diary again, haven't you?
Richie holds out the diary and they struggle over it for the next few lines for possession of it.
Brad, the red-haired lover. Oh, darling, ooh.
I didn't realize that Brad was a redhead. Louise reigns supreme and gets the diary.
If I ever catch you reading this again, I promise I will. Oh!
Richie pulls out a rumpled diary page covered in chocolate and reads it aloud.
Brad, kiss me, darling. Oh, I'd love to feel your arms around me.
There's a quick knock on the door and it starts to open off screen. Louise grabs the diary page from Richie and quickly slips it into her binder on her desk. Margaret, Louise's mom, pops her head in the door.
Louise, up and at 'em.
Mom, I'm up already.
Breakfast in 3 minutes.
The door closes. Come on, Margaret, getting it down to a science. Cut to interior kitchen morning. Louise, now dressed for school, carrying her books and binder, enters the kitchen cheerfully. She's dressed in her usual style of a little frumpy neutral tone, in the style of little frumpy neutral tones that are more fitting to a 60-year-old librarian. Come on, Marion. The entire family is in the kitchen. Margaret at the counter making breakfast. Richie is hanging out, waiting for food scraps at the counter, just like the dog he is. And her dad, Frank, is reading his morning paper and drinking coffee at the table, which is set for 4.
Good morning.
Morning, honey.
Morning.
Good morning.
Louise sets her binder and books down on the counter and goes to the table. She leans forward and gives her dad a kiss on the cheek before sitting down and starting to pour milk on some cereal. Margaret rounds the table and sits down. As Polly goes up the driveway, Louise exits the house with her binder and books, and she walks to her bicycle that is sitting in the front of their house.
Kitten, you're looking very pretty.
Sorry, that scene description. Was right up. I know that. This is your favorite color.
Well, this is my favorite daughter.
Cut to exterior middle house morning. I love you, Jared. Cueing fantastic 80s background music. Louise lives in a typical middle-class neighborhood with well-kept lawns. We see her best friend, Polly, riding her bike towards her house. Polly is a bit nerdy and fond of oversized clothing. Her school books are in a basket mounted to the front of the bike. In the foreground, we see Brad again, pulling up in a convertible Mustang in front of the house across the street, and he honks his horn.
Hi.
Hi.
I see Prince Charming has arrived right on time to pick up Cinderella.
In the background, Brad is still in his car waiting in front of the house across the street. He looks at Polly and Louise but doesn't acknowledge them. Then, an extremely stylish, big-haired Rhonda enters the house and sachets to the car. Oh yes, with the
You mean Lady
sunglasses. girl.
Guinevere. Can you believe it?
How does she do that?
Rhonda approaches the car and gets in. Sorry.
Jeans.
Did you see what she's wearing?
Oh, who notices what she wears?
It was pretty sleazy. I mean, you'd never catch me wearing something like that.
I'll say.
One more time.
Oh God, girl.
Anyway,
Anyway,
I'll say.
I know, and then there's a gasp. God! Sorry, my bad. I'll just keep cut to establishing shot of exterior school grounds. Day. The school is bustling with kids heading to school. Some are riding skateboards and doing bike tricks outside. Others are just hanging out before school starts. Ooh. Interior school hallway continuous. 3 guys are dancing and rapping in a typical busy hallway in the school in front of the lockers. These are Rhett, and I'm just going to call the other 2 Mo and Curly, and yes, Jared!
Oh, taking our time and feeling cool. Don't really need to be hanging in school. It's okay, we got nothing to lose. Got to see you, baby. It's the high school blues.
Oh my God. During these, white guy is rap dancing. Rhett in the middle leans backwards with Mo and Curly holding him. He's blocking Louise's way.
Excuse me, pretty.
Rhett stands up and is a little skeptical.
You sure you go to high school?
Rhett, Mo, and Curly leave, allowing Louise access to her locker. She's a little dejected by just being called old. She goes to open her locker. Polly can now be seen just a few lockers down and closes hers to approach Louise.
Great. Just great.
Ignore them.
One day we'll be the seniors. Yeah.
See you in class.
Bye, Paul. Bye.
Polly heads out while Louise finishes up in her locker. Some super nerdy students walk up to Louise.
Hacksbury School, Louise. Hi. Well, we just want to let you know that you're a candidate. It's in the bag.
But I'm sorry?
For Latin Club president, you're a shoe-in.
Elsewhere in the hallway, there are Sean, Kiki, and Rhonda hanging around his locker.
So, did your dad get the car?
Oh, it's in the works. It doesn't really matter, though. Brad takes me everywhere I want to go anyway.
Ah, door to door l'amour. Interior Mr. Weaver's classroom day. Mr. Weaver, a middle-aged man wearing a stodgy professor's jacket with patched sleeves, is pacing on the dais, carrying a large lecturing stick as he teaches. He's got a bit of a snobby air to him.
The
Good, I love
16th
it.
century poets praised passion as an art form, and today, why is the romance is dead?
Louise, late, cracks the door open and sneaks into the classroom and skulks to her seat, just like I'm skulking out of that filter I just put on for Sean. As she passes Rhett, he snaps his fingers to get the teacher's attention.
Because all the chicks are a drag. That's why.
Who said that?
Mr. Weaver turns and sees Louise settling into her seat.
Well, our honor student has graced us with her presence. Apparently, skipping grades is not enough, Miss Miller. She feels she can also afford to waste our valuable time as well. You people think this is some sort of game, that I have nothing better to do with my time than to stand here and teach singing senior English? Well, do you, Miss Miller?
No, sir. No, Mr. Weaver.
Papers down to the front. I bet not one of you knows who John Donne is.
Oh my god, I just saw your filter. The students all take papers out and start to pass them to the front. Louise slides her paper out of her binder and passes it forward with the other papers. Oh no!
One of the romantic poets you've been talking about, Mr. Weaver?
My question was purely rhetorical, Miss Miller.
Kiki stands and hands Mr. Weaver all of the papers, then sits back down. He starts to flip through them.
All right. Let's see if anyone in class has been able to convey his or her idea of romance into words, huh? Now, this one is sticky, but fascinating. He pressed his lips against mine, but he didn't stop there. Soon every inch of my body was covered with Brad's kisses. Who would believe tonight I was totally his? Yes, who indeed? Miss Miller?
Oh.
All the students are oohing and awing, and Louise, upset about being pointed out, picks up her stuff and runs out of the classroom embarrassed.
Bye, Louise.
Interior bathroom. A few minutes later, Polly walks into the bathroom and stops in front of one of the closed stalls and pushes the door open. Louise is sitting on the back of the stall, burying her head in her notebook.
Louise, don't let Weaver get to you. Everyone knows he's a jerk.
Never be able to face Brad again, Polly.
Interior locker room later in the day. In the girls' locker room, ladies are in various states of dress. Most of them are weirdly wearing purple leotards. Shittiest gym uniform ever. Ooh, girl. That was like fucking first grade lavender leotards, baby. Anyway, Randa, got it? And Sean are sitting on benches in front of their lockers, and it's a good thing that Sean shaved off her beard when Kiki rushes in.
Hey, trailers, I got a new chair. So fab.
Kiki presses play on her boombox and proceeds to dance. The entire locker room joins on in dancing and doing silly things in the locker room while Louise just watches on. They're really just dancing and being silly. The whole scene is amazingly fun, but has nothing to do with cheerleading because, yeah, no, dancers are better. Sorry, biased.
Hi. Oh my God, my voice. Oh no. Oh gosh. I like boys. I'm throwing up my dollhouse. I'm giving up my toys. I realized this morning that I like boys. I like boys. Oh, puberty. I like boys. I'm giving up my hopscotch to keep the little boys. Weird. I'm doing little ellipses to attract some boys. I like boys. I'm making no more mud pies. I'm staying out of the dirt. I'm gonna buy some nylons in a leather mini skirt. I like boys. I like boys. I'm gonna let the world know by making lots of noise. Ooh, no people turning back now, 'cause we like boys. 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 One more time. We like boys.
Yes, girl. The coach
my
comes
voice.
in and stops the music. But you know what? She blows her whistle and gives Nicole a work, bitch. She blows her whistle and motions for everyone to get on the field. Exterior football field day. The football team is finishing up practice and starts to head off the field, leaving behind Brad, who practices throwing because Brad is the requisite football captain. His tiny shorts should also be noted here.
Hey, see
Duly
you later,
noted.
Brad.
We're animals. Rrr.
Hey, we're number one.
All right, let's go.
Angle on Louise, who's creeping into the stadium past the exiting players. She's dreamily watching Brad. Brad gets a little warm, so he takes off his shirt, revealing rippling muscles and a perfect physique. Work, Logan! And because he's hot, the sweat glistens on him like beams of diamonds, accentuating every delicate curve. What could make this scene even sexier for Louise to see? Oh, that's right. Push-ups. After throwing 2 balls, it's time for some push-ups. Like, he does 5 push-ups. Gotta keep that body in shape, man. It's not gonna be built like that forever. It's all downhill after high school, dude, but I digress. Then he starts doing sit-ups. Like 4 of them, when we hear a magical twinkling noise and he pauses, sensing something, well, magical. He turns around to face Louise, who is still watching, but she shrinks back into the shadowy depths of the stadium. Cut to interior theater day. There's a small crowd of people in the audience cheering. On the stage, we see Ms. Malloy. The theater teacher standing stage left at a lectern. There's a few other students stage right hanging out, waiting to audition. Center stage, we have a couple of people sitting on a bench, and that is just a couple, not just a couple of people. There's some PDA happening. Sitting on a bench, the Kiki, sitting on a boy's lap. Yes, the Kiki. She's having a Kiki. Ms. Malloy, applauding, crosses the center stage to the boy and Kiki. They rise and bow.
Now for the other 2 finalists. As the night hands Brad Powell.
The crowd applauds as Brad approaches the bench.
And for the lead role of Ondine, Louise Miller.
No one applauds, but Polly and Louise are excited as
Louise?
Louise made finals.
Louise?
Just think of this as your ultimate test of acting ability. Don't be Louise. Be Ondine. You can do it. Go. Good luck.
Louise rises and heads towards center stage where Brad is. She kneels before him.
We shall have this hour always to remember the hour before you kissed me, before you said you loved me. I can't wait an hour. Tell me now.
Do you think this is something one says just like that?
What must I do? Sit in your lap?
In my lap of armor.
I have ways of removing armor.
Oh, Jesus. All right, Louise stands and spreads her arms open. And Brad, who's donned armor clearly made from football pads, reaches up and pushes them off his shoulders. Louise then sits down on his lap. Brad crosses his arms across his chest.
And my arms. Do you think they open to the first comer?
I have ways of opening arms.
Louise spreads her arms once again, and as she does, his arms open wide.
This is my
And
line.
close them.
And closing them.
Oopsies. She closes her arms and his arms go around her. They lean in for a kiss. It's about to freaking happen, y'all, but then some douche nozzle starts clapping moments before their lips touch. Louise, previously lost in the moment, turns towards the crowd, but Brad is actually still facing her, very much in the moment. Bam, 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 bam. Woo! Brad! Yeah! Ms. Malloy in the audience starts clapping again. Brad and Louise rise to bow.
Lovely, very special of you all. Thank you.
That was good.
A paper is handed to yeah, girl. A paper is handed to Ms. Malloy from the audience.
Thank you. The director has decided that Lawrence will play the king, Brad and Kiki will play the leads, and Louise will be assistant costume mistress.
Louise is noticeably disappointed. Cut to exterior roadside night. Louise is riding her bike down a darkened road lit only by moonlight. Camera goes back and forth from Louise riding peacefully on her bike down the street to Brad and Randa in his car. Randa is either working on a massive hickey or drinking his blood. Survey's still out on that one. Brad, distracted by his slutty girlfriend, suddenly sees Louise and swerves to miss hitting her. Louise and her bike veer off the road and down an embankment, falling over and over and over, and Brad immediately skids to a stop and hops out of the car to help her. Randa stays in the car like a bitch.
Whoa!
God,
Louise.
Louise, are you okay?
Yes.
Here, let me help you.
Brad tries to help her ride her bike.
No, I can do it.
Louise relents and lets Brad help her. He rolls it towards the side of the road while Louise brushes fallen leaves and dirt off of herself.
Here. I'm sorry, I didn't see you. I guess it's my fault.
No, it was a failed suicide attempt.
Listen, can I take you home?
Brad very sweetly tries to pick leaves out of her hair, but she backs away a little bit.
No, you, you don't have to.
I know, but I'd like to.
Bradley, she said it's okay. Let's go.
Are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Go.
Brad leaves her side, goes back to his car, and pulls away. Louise looks down at her bike. Her tire is ripped off of its bent rim.
Terrific. Now what am I going to do?
A few minutes later, Louise is walking down a street, sad and dejected. Thunder and lightning starts, but it doesn't rain yet. She sees a payphone and picks up the receiver to use it, only to find that the cord has been ripped out of the base of the phone.
Great.
Oh, my bad. I am so sorry. She sees a lone Victorian house and walks up the stairs. There are signs denoting Madame Serena, past, present in your hands. The wind picks up as she approaches the door. She knocks and gives someone about 5 seconds to come to the door before she decides to open it and pop her head in. Come on, we love breaking and entering. Interior Madame Serena's house continuous. Louise enters the house and closes the door behind her, searching for an occupant.
Hello?
The camera cuts to none other than Zelda Rubinstein, or our Madame Serena, as she puts on a turban with a feather and goes to greet her guest.
Hello?
Madame Serena emerges from behind a beaded curtain.
Approach, my little one. Don't be afraid. Madame Serena knows all, sees all, and tells all. Come.
Actually, I just came to use your phone.
Impossible. I never use a phone. Come, come.
Louise walks towards Serena and into the parlor. It's very old-fashioned. There is a small round table in the middle of the room, the kind you'd expect to see at a psychic reader's establishment.
Sit.
They both sit opposite of each other at the table.
Look, because it is a stormy night, I will give you a palm reading at a special price.
Well, listen, I'm sorry. I really gotta go because I'm kind of late and I just,
Don't worry. I like you. I like your cutesy little Punky Brewster face. How much money do you have?
Let me see.
Louise checks her pockets, pulling out a few bills.
About $6.
I knew it. Okay.
Serena picks up a scarf that has been on the table. Below it is a small copper plate. She hands Louise the scarf.
Please put the money in the offering plate and cover it up. Madame Serena must never see the money.
Serena holds out her hands and Louise relents and gives Serena her hand.
Okay.
Serena examines Louise's palm.
You are still in high school, but that certain somebody doesn't know you're alive. Don't worry, somebody you already know will become your sweetheart. You will marry him and you will have 2 children.
Can you see who he is?
Serena looks down at her palm again. This time she sees something she doesn't quite believe.
My God in heaven, what did you say your name was?
Louise Miller?
Miller? It's you!
What do you mean? It's me.
You're not a mark, you're one of us.
One of who?
When is your 16th birthday? Oh wait, next week, am I right?
Yeah.
You will receive these powers on your 16th birthday.
What powers?
Strange things will start to happen, but you must trust me. Trust me?
Louise is a little weirded out and gets up to exit.
Yeah, sure, okay, whatever.
Cut to interior Miller house night. The coffee table is decorated for her birthday. On it lays a cake that says, "Happy birthday, Louise, sweet 16." The entire family is gathered there, with Richie looming and shaking over the cake, ready to dive in like the jonesing little cakeaholic he is. What a disgusting little pig! We pan out to see the family sitting around. Louise looks a little disappointed. The house is clearly decorated for a party which no one came to.
Which nobody can deny.
Yeah, happy birthday, sweetheart.
Oh, Mother, the cake is really beautiful.
What's so sweet about it?
Louise, you did mail the invitations, didn't you?
Well, yeah, maybe it's a surprise party.
Funny, Richie.
Can I have my cake now?
Oh, here. Why don't you open your gifts before your friends come?
Okay.
I bought it for you at the Young Miss department. It was very expensive.
She unwraps her gift and it's in a sweater vest and holds it is a sweater vest and holds it up for everyone to see. Oh, I love that Starbucks sweater vest. That's so beautiful.
It's really,
it's definitely not
really different.
It's definitely not something a teenager would want to wear though.
It's really different.
I'm so glad you like it.
Oh, I love it. I love it, really. It's great.
Richie, being the little dickweed that he is, takes a taste of the icing off the cake and licks it. Oh, God, he's wearing off on me. I can't even say the word licks right. Damn. He turns to Louise with a little malice again because he's a little... Oh, this is brilliant. Fuck puddle.
No one's coming to your sweet 16 party, Louise.
No one's coming to your sweet 16 either, Richie. The phone rings and Louise quickly raises to answer it. Intercut between Louise and Polly, who's on a payphone.
Hello?
Louise?
Oh, sorry, that was Polly. Sorry. Hi, Polly.
The worst possible thing is happening. It's like birthday on Elm Street. Run into Kiki and Sean at the mall. I was getting your birthday present. Brenda is having a party.
What?
I mean, tonight. She's invited everybody after school.
Oh.
I know. It's like Revenge of the Cheerleaders.
Yeah. Okay. Why don't you come over?
Are you okay? Yeah, okay. I'm there. I'll be right over.
Louise hangs up. Sam. Interior Louise's bedroom night. It's storming outside and Louise is tossing and turning in her sleep.
Let go. Let go.
You will receive
Ow.
new powers on your 16th birthday.
Ow.
Strange things will start to happen, but you must trust me. Trust me. Trust me.
This is so much. Louise wakes up with a start interior school day. Mrs. Cocker, the home ec teacher, is standing at the front of the classroom. Behind her is a chalkboard that is covered by a cloth. She seems a little uncomfortable.
But after 20 years of teaching household skills, the board has seen it fit to ask me to teach you sex education.
Brilliant. I love you, Nicole. Wait a second. Her name is Cocker and she's teaching sex ed? Someone had a great sense of humor. Anyway, she tears away the cloth, revealing the chalkboard. There's a picture of Sparky sperm and friends, as well as a uterus and a drawing of Edna the egg with a feminine face on it saying, "Hey, Sayla," with a target over her head. Oh my god, what kind of sex ed class is this? The students are laughing. She takes out an umbrella and holds it with the tips of her fingers like you'd hold a dirty diaper. Wait, I'm sorry. Wait, you mean a condom?
Adam had one of these. Does anyone want to know what it might represent?
A Roger, a loved one. Joystick dong, zipper lizard, tallywhacker, trouser snake, schlong.
Now, that's enough, Rhett. Thank you.
No problem.
Now, it's a race against time. Sparky the sperm is loose, and he's heading for the target, Edna the egg. And when he reaches it, he makes a baby. Yes.
Go, Edna.
That's exactly what we don't want. I mean, not yet. So use one of these at all time. It's called a condom. Condom.
She's pulled a condom out of her bag. I'm sorry, I misunderstood with the umbrella. So we have both now. Are you gonna put the condom over the umbrella handle? I don't know. Here's where we go. You display that shit for everyone, Mrs. Cocker.
Condom.
Dear God, she's trying to get them to repeat after her. Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed for her, but I can't wait to say it too.
Condom.
Yeah, some dumbasses pretend they're saying it for the first time. Yeah, real cute, moron. But the students think this is all hilarious and slowly joining in saying, condom out loud.
Condom.
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 Mrs. Cocker holds up her umbrella again, probably to try and display how to put it on. But the umbrella ejaculates. Opens up. Gross. Cut to exterior school day. Louise is at a Coke machine and has her money put in. It's not dispensing a drink. Oh, God, Louise, I know how you feel. Damn it, I need my daily Coke too, Louise. That's Coca-Cola, not cocaine. I know I'm from Calabasas, but I gave that up last week. I hate when this happens.
Come on, will ya?
What's the holdup? We ain't got all day. Come on.
I'm sorry, I couldn't even understand that was the end of your line, student 2. Brad approaches from the end of the line and touches her shoulder to get her attention.
Here, let me try.
Oh, he runs his hand up and down the side of the machine and then he hits it and we hear a soda drop. I know what else dropped. He hands it to a very grateful Louise.
Thanks, Brad.
Okay.
Brad walks off and Louise watches him walk away. Damn, it's a good view. That ass, though. Interior costume closet day. Louise and Ms. Malloy are working on the costumes for the play. Ms. Malloy pulls a green gown and drapes it over her body dramatically and spins around in a few circles.
Oh, divine, divine.
Woo!
Thank you. This reminded me when I played Mary Queen of Scots.
Really? You did?
Yes, in New Haven. The critics loved me.
So what happened?
The best reviews in the world, and then 2 years without a part. Oh well, I love teaching.
Ms. Malloy puts the dress down and grabs a feather boa and wraps it around herself.
Oh, Miss Malloy, I love you.
Aww.
I mean, you're just not like the other teachers.
Darling, all the world's a stage.
Miss Malloy, my life is a walking, talking tragedy.
Louise, my dear, there's so much of you in me, it hurts.
She puts the scarf down and looks in a jewelry box. She sees something.
Oh, I've never seen this before.
She pulls out a triangular necklace with an intricate design.
It's cool.
Take a look, dear. It's very old.
It's really strange.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
I think you should keep it.
Me? Absolutely.
I believe it'll bring you good luck.
Ms. Malloy puts the necklace on Louise.
Oh, I feel different already.
Interior school stairwell a little bit later. Polly and Louise are heading down the stairs as the school bell rings. Randa and Kiki pass her going upstairs and stop to talk to Louise.
Yeah, Randa?
Fuck that bitch anyway.
I am here. I am sorry. Give me 1 second. Louise, my cousin David is coming from out of town, and he needs a date for the dance Friday. So I was wondering if you'd like to come with us.
Well, sure. Okay.
Great. We'll pick you up about 8.
See ya.
Okay.
Bye.
See there? I mean, here. I mean, there. Oh, God.
Do you believe that?
Really? I guess everybody else already had a date.
Louise, she didn't ask me. Maybe she's really starting to like you.
Randa?
Well, maybe your luck is starting to change.
Oh, my God. What am I going to wear?
Interior Miller House evening. Louise emerges from another room to where her dad sits on the sofa. She's ready for the dance. Per usual, she's wearing clothes that are about 50 years too old for her, as well as her new sweater, which completely clashes with everything else that she's wearing.
Dad?
Oh, come on, kitten. Why the long face? That outfit your mother bought you looks great on you.
Dad.
Louise sits next to her dad and he sweetly puts his arm around her. She picks up a magazine, thumbs through it, and stops on a picture of a fashionable couple.
This is what everybody's wearing. I look like such a geek. Dad, she has no idea what it's like for me.
Now I'm going to show you something.
Frank gets up and heads across the room.
Dad, just forget it, okay? I've already seen Mom's senior picture.
No. I'm going to let you in on a little secret.
He pulls a small photo out of an album and hands it to Louise. It's of an extremely odd-looking emo kid.
Hmm.
Who's that?
That's your mom in junior high.
Oh, that's Mom?
Oh, Frank, that's a terrible picture of me.
Mom, you look really sweet.
Oh, yeah?
Oh my God. Ugh, they're here. How do I look?
I'm so sorry. She gets up excitedly. Her parents are so damn sweet. Yeah, they are, and she kisses them both.
You look
Talk a
very
bit, kitten.
sweet.
Bye.
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 Louise runs off to the front door and opens it. Outside is a reject from Revenge of the Nerds. He looks about 30 and is wearing the prerequisite, yes, exactly like that, the Nord glasses. He thinks that he looks great. Damn it, Travis, you couldn't even get a fucking prop for this shit. He belches as he adjusts his tie. Louise's face instantly falls.
Hi, I'm David, Randa's cousin. Ready?
He looks her up and down. It's super creepy, dude.
Wow, I love your look, complete with Beaver Cleaver Advance. You're going to wear your glasses, aren't you?
I don't wear glasses.
Shall we?
If I can never hear Travis say Beaver Cleaver Advance again, that'd be great. They head off. Louise still less than thrilled. This dude is a tool. Yes, fetish mush, indeed. They head off. Louise still less than thrilled. Anyway, I'm still less than thrilled. I even read the line 3 times. Anyway, interior high school gym night. The gym is decked out in fall colors with hay and other fall decorations all strewn about. People are dancing at that jerky 80s dancing. You know, the kind of like they're having a seizure, but also possibly they're being electrocuted. But that's just looked like the way they does because they're big hair, and also probably they stuck the fork in the freaking thing, and also Kevin Bacon. Anyway, kids dancing, hanging out, and having fun. Can you bring Ramon back for Momondo? Mine are
Maybe we
just
sound
all
very
bullshit.
similar.
Hey kids, welcome to your harvest dance. Yeah, it's time to show some wild oats. Yes, so damn. I'm Ramondo, your favorite radio DJ. If you don't dance, we shoot at your feet. Whoa, hooah! Brad and Randa walk in by Louise, followed by Louise and David. Louise pauses just inside the door.
Look, can you just go ahead? I need to go to the ladies' room.
Got it.
Travis?
Okay, baby, you got it.
Oh, God. Anyway, she heads back towards the ladies' room while David heads into the dance. Interior bathroom continuous. What is an 80s teen movie without a little makeover, baby? Well, here it is. She waits for the bathroom to clear of other people. She takes over her shirt. Takes off her shirt, I'm guessing? Revealing a super trendy hot pink bodycon dress. Yes, work, bodycon! She ties a bright blue colored shirt around herself and pulls on a hot pink tutu over her skirt. Ooh, beautimous. She removes her bland shoes and socks and reveals fishnets and throws on some heels, baby. She teases out her hair a bit and throws on some sunglasses. Sunglasses at nighttime at an indoor dance. I wear my sunglasses at night, and that's all you're gonna get for singing from Jen. She's also put on some trendy jewelry and is always wearing her pendant Miss Malloy gave her and done her makeup. She blows herself a kiss in the mirror. Interior high school gym night, she sashays up behind David in her new trendy look and taps him on the shoulder. He turns around and laughs at her. See? I told you that he was a tool.
Guess who?
What are you trying to do? Embarrass me in front of a bunch of strangers?
Oh, nice bow tie. And where'd you get the haircut? Dr. Demento?
Jeez, I did think I looked that bad.
Okay, it's Friday the 13th and we're obviously stuck together, so let's call a truce, okay?
Okay.
All right, guys, grab your wallets, because here comes a slow song.
Louise dances with David. And she's clearly miserable. I'm miserable watching him even sway. God, you can't even be on the beat, Travis? Damn.
You want to smoke some weed?
Jesus
Ugh.
Christ.
No drinks, no weed, no pot, no pills.
David's hands have dropped to her ass. She grabs his hands and removes them.
And no roaming hands. I'd like to set this one out if you don't mind.
She pushes him away and goes to sit with Polly at the wallflower table.
I could just die. Can you believe this guy I'm here with?
Be grateful. I had to come alone.
Louise is watching Brad and Randa slow dance.
God, I wish he'd just look at me.
Would you look at that? He turns to her and then looks straight at her.
Oh my God.
He's looking right at you.
I wish he'd just come over.
And he does.
Excuse me, I need to talk to you. Can we step outside?
Sure, Brad.
Louise gets up, giving the Polly, "Can you believe this look?" Polly is shocked and excited for her. Brad and Louise exit the table, and he leads her outside. Exterior school dance continuous. The outside is decorated for fall as well. Tall bales of hay line the pathway. They walk out together, and Brad's looking up at the sky. Louise follows and does the same.
Boy, look at those stars.
Yeah, the closest one is 4 light years away. Did you know if we made a wish on it, it wouldn't come true for 8 years?
He turns to her excitedly. He's very close to her. Get in.
Yeah, that's
I'm sorry, just when I'm nervous, I can't stop talking.
I'm sorry.
Travis, you're not even here.
Nope, I'm not. I said sorry to somebody else.
Wow. What are you
Jen, are you there?
Well, and that,
nervous?
yep. She kind of backs into a bale of hay and leans on it. He's still very close to her, leaning next to her.
What are you nervous about?
Well, being this close to you.
Sorry.
He moves over about an inch.
Well, what did you want to talk to me about?
Well, can I speak freely to you?
Sure, of course. I have a little brother. I know about men.
Can I come over to your house tomorrow night?
Well, my parents are going to be home.
That's okay.
Huh?
Yeah, well, I'd like you to help me with my English paper.
Oh, love to. Great.
Thanks. You know how Mr. Weaver is, and if I don't improve my grade, I won't be able to play football, and that pretty much blows any chance of SC.
Randa walks around the bale of hay, followed by David. She looks annoyed. She crosses her arms and is generally giving off bitch vibes.
Having fun. Give David your keys. We're going over to Kiki's in her car.
Brad hands David his keys reluctantly.
Thanks, sport.
Bye.
And Brad and Randa leave. Brad doesn't even say bye, but he looks back at her. David moves in closer, trying to act all suave, twirling the keys on his finger.
The night's young. Let's party. I can drive through a fog like a hog with a heart on.
Blech.
Let's go, Wolfman.
Oika fault. Louise grabs him more out of annoyance than anything and drags him away. Cut to exterior street night. David and Louise are in Brad's car speeding down the road.
David, this is not the way to Kiki's.
Says who?
He reaches over and grabs Louise and tries to pull her towards him. She obviously doesn't want this, but he keeps forcing it anyway because he's a tool.
Give me some soul kisses, baby.
Ugh! How would you like it if somebody groped you? Ugh.
I'd love it, baby. Come on. Hey, I got an idea. Let's do it while we're moving.
He's trying to forcibly pull her towards him again. Tool.
David, stop it! David! Knock it off!
Give me one kiss and I'll be nice, huh?
I wish you would just leave me alone!
David suddenly disappears and the now driverless car swerves.
No, 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 no,
Louise slides into the driver's seat and stops the car. She doesn't have her license yet, but she has no choice to pull it off. We see the car drive randomly, stopping here and there. Cut to exterior driveway night. The car rolls, stops into a driveway we're assuming is Brad's house. She runs away from the car.
What am I gonna do? How do I get him back? I don't know what to do.
She hops on a bike and is speeding down the street on it, talking to herself.
Madam Serena will know what to do. Oh God, what if Mom finds out? She'll kill me. Oh.
She hops off her bike outside Madame Serena's house. We can see the psychic hand sign is lit in the window as she runs up the steps.
Looks like she's home now. Serena, you're not gonna believe this. Please be here. Please be here. Please be here. Open up. Hello. Oh no, she's closed. Ow.
Louise hops on her bike and races home. Interior Miller House night. Louise rushes into the house to find that twatsicle of a brother, Richie, making a huge mess in the kitchen. He's making a pizza, but there's sauce, jalapenos, and marshmallows. The counter is strewn with various bowls of ingredients: coleslaw, cheese puff, sauce. Pizza sauce can be seen smeared and splattered on the wall behind him. He himself is covered in food as well.
Where's Mom?
Out where are you supposed to be?
This is disgusting. You better clean this mess up before Mom gets home.
I don't have to.
I'm telling you, I don't want to listen to her yell at you. You are an unbelievable pig.
I'm a rubber, you're glue. Whatever you call me sticks back on you.
No, I'm rubber, you're glue. Whatever you call me sticks back on you.
You think you're hot stuff because you want to dance? Dream on. Nobody wants to date you because you're a dog.
All of a sudden, Richie shrinks and falls below the table. In a panic, Louise rushes around the table.
Hey, I feel funny. Can't stand up.
You are standing up.
Angle on Richie, who is now a wiener dog. Because he's not that cute. He's just a little dog.
I'm a dog, Louise. What did you do to me? You.
Nothing. I can fix it. It was just a mistake. I can fix it.
Look at me. Look at all the hair on me. I even sound like a dog. Oh man, wait. I gotta get out of here. Help.
Richie
Help?
the dog runs out of the room. Yeah, run out of the room, Richie!
Richie, come back. Richie, I promise I can fix it.
He runs back in and hops into Louise's arms. Louise carries him through his bedroom into the bathroom. Somehow there's a big foamy bubble bath ready to go. Who filled the tub?
It's Mom. She hates dogs.
Can we? Oh,
She'll take off me to the pound. Louise, we gotta do something.
I can change you back. I've got an idea.
A bath? That's your great idea?
You don't want to go to the pound, do you?
Whoa, let me go. What? Whoa.
They kill dogs at the pound.
What are you
Definitely
doing?
promise to fix this.
What's going
Just
on?
as soon as my friend gets back.
I hate baths. That's water. No.
Louise dumps Richie into the bath and he turns back into a human. He's panting like a dog still, though. He's covered in bubbles and he starts to get angry and splashes Louise.
You've been acting crazy.
Ah!
Richie, I'm sorry.
Let me out, you chucker, you pervert.
Interior Madame Serena's house day. In Serena's parlor room, Serena and Louise sit talking.
What did I tell you? At 16, your powers would come into play.
And you know, the really weird thing is, I don't even know how I changed him back.
You didn't? Beginner spells are very weak. They wear off. Water reverses them. They'll get stronger.
Me? A witch?
You have the powers to make anything you want happen.
You mean like make potions and curses and all that junk?
Louise fiddles with her new pendant and Madame Serena takes notice of it.
Where'd you get that?
What? Oh, at school. Why?
I think it's time you saw something. There comes a time in every witch's life that she must see this. You won't believe it.
Serena heads over to her bookshelf and draws a very old-looking book.
Here it is. New Faces of 1652. Look here.
She flips through the book, stopping on a page with a picture of Louise and Serena.
That's you. And you were wearing that same amulet that you're wearing now. And that's me.
You're kidding.
Hmm?
Then why did I get the amulet again?
Because it belongs to you. You belong to it. It's a symbol of your power.
I wasn't even looking for it.
But it was looking for you. That's the way magic works. Here, read this.
She pulls another old book from her shelf and hands it to Louise.
Brush up on your basics. You're a very lucky girl. We can even make our own money. Come on, I'll show you.
Oh.
Jump to the offering plate and a lump of coal is dropped in.
First, a lump of coal. Now, put your hand over it. Come on, repeat after me. Aria Arlotan Shem Hemiforce.
Aria Erlan Shem Hemforis.
Mecca Ramade e Plurimus Unum.
Mecca Ramade e Plurimus Unum.
The coal vanishes in an explosive flash, and in its place is a stack of $20 bills.
Want to try hundreds?
No, not now. I gotta go.
Louise rushes to get up, frightened by what just happened. As she gets up, she bumps the table, knocking over a water glass onto the newly formed money. Serena rushes after Louise.
Wait, Louise! I know what it's like at school. People treat you like a little girl.
Louise pauses at the front door and she turns to Serena.
Yeah, they do.
Don't you know what this means? We can change all that. Make them respect you. It'll be fun.
We can?
There's somebody you want to get back on, right?
Well, maybe.
Sure. I know what it's like to be 16. I've been 16 4 times already. Listen, with me in your corner, they won't have Louise Miller to kick around anymore.
Thanks. Thanks, Madam Serena.
Louise exits and Serena turns and starts singing and dancing back to her newly formed money pile.
Money tree, oh, oh for me, help me save the money tree, the money. Oh.
She arrives back at the table and immediately falls. She picks up a lone $20 bill. The ink is smudged, the spell ruined by the water that fell on it, that bitch.
Hell's bells.
Exterior park carousel night. Louise sits on a darkened carousel with a lantern. She opens up the spell book that Serena gave her and reads aloud.
Magic works by stimulating the harmonies that exist in nature. All things natural are under your sway. Power is the word. Be careful what you say. Power's in the words. The power's in the word. Basic spells to call the winds. Omni, Suminaro, 1-1.
A slight breeze shifts her hair.
Omni, Suminaro, 1-1.
She stands and walks into the breeze. The breeze shifts to wind.
Omni, Suminaro, 1-1.
The wind becomes strong, nearly blowing her down.
Ah!
Struggling to find a way to make it stop before the wind blows away her book, she spots the right spell.
Wah-wah, with awesome!
The wind immediately stops.
Ooh, not bad.
She thumbs through the book for another spell to try.
To summon rain. Omni Regere Suminaro. Omni Regere Suminaro.
She spins around and we hear thunder, and it starts to rain. She dances in the rain, enjoying her newfound power. Somehow she's also summoned the carousel to turn on its lights and music and start rotating. It's not creepy at all. Interior Louise's bedroom later that night. Louise is not in her window seat and continues to study her spellbook. Snap out of it, Cher. The rain has stopped and it's a pleasant evening.
The truth spell can be applied to chronic liars. They will only be able to tell the truth no matter what the consequences. You need the following.
Interior girls' locker room the next day. Kiki, Sean, and Randa giggle as they get to their lockers before gym class. Louise is hanging at the end of the lockers.
You should sing the lead in the school play.
Kiki, your voice sounds great. No, I'm not kidding. Kiki! I mean, doesn't it sound great, Randa?
Yeah, you should sing for real, yeah? Yeah?
Breath, Barbas, Tetramarcaton, Theos, Ishnos, Athatos.
What?
Polly enters, giving Louise a start.
It's a new U2 song. Yeah, it's really cool.
Oh, really?
It's an import.
Oh.
Oh my god, Louise is right. It just downloaded onto my iPhone like yesterday. To tell you the truth, Kiki, your voice is lousy. You sound like Pee Wee Herman.
What?
She's right. You cannot carry a tune.
What do you mean? Yes, I can.
She's just being honest. Your voice sounds terrible.
I mean, you shouldn't even be allowed to sing happy birthday, okay? The girls exit the locker room and the camera follows as they head out by the pool. Louise and Polly follow them, eavesdropping on their unusual conversation.
Butt out, Sean. You know, I don't even like you. Nobody does, and neither does anybody here.
Uh-huh. Great, then I won't have to pick you up every day and deal with your achy mother.
Oh, you mean my alky mother? Really, Kiki? Your mother is a joke. Everyone feels sorry for you.
And who are you, Princess Di? Look, you're too lazy to even cover your boots.
Oh my god, shut up, skank. Ah!
Randa pushes Kiki into the water. She goes under for a second, struggling for balance, and then pops up out of the water.
I was just joking, Randa. I really do like your hair.
Randa, you know, I think the whole world can see your roots.
Oh, but out, bitch.
Yes. Oh, bye. I'm sorry. Louise and Polly sneak off, laughing at them. Interior Madame Serena's parlor day. A frog is on a tray, hopping around in circles.
When you look in the mirror, you're going to thank me for this.
She sprinkles some magic ingredients around the frog on the plate.
Omni transformatum saliente rex. Omni transformatum saliente rex.
Nothing happens. The frog just rabbits. Louise rushes in towards Serena.
How'd it go?
Serena, it was wonderful. It was perfect.
I told you, the time of your life. This is just the beginning. It's going to be like the good old days.
Madam Serena.
What?
You know what? I'm crazy about Brad. Can I, make him love me?
Are you kidding? Love you? With me being your coach, he's going to become your love slave.
Do you really think we can do this?
Of course. But first, you need to do a spell for me. Now, just relax and give me the juice.
Serena and Louise join hands, and Serena takes on a serious air.
Omni transformatum saliente rex.
The tray and the frog start glowing with an upward beam of purple light. After a few seconds, the frog disappears.
Well, where'd he go?
Never mind, I know just where to find him. About Brad.
She hands Louise a jar of powdered witchy stuff.
All you need to do is sprinkle this on your bed. Get Brad to sit on it while you say Lothum, Sorasatram, and Thorana.
Lothum, Sorosatum, and Thenora.
Serena grabs Louise and drags her to the front door.
Now, you mustn't delay with these spells. They tend to stick. He's gonna be crazy about you. A love slave.
Serena practically shoves Louise out of her house. Serena locks the door and then turns around, running back to her parlor.
Oh, Prince, are you there?
She tears open the curtains to the room, and a tall, sexy man in a suit is standing there, 10 out of 10 on the yowza scale. She runs her hands up and down his suit jacket.
Oh, that wonderful witch. She did it. Darling, how I have longed to see you standing there before me, loving me, adoring me. What, darling? What do you want to say? How long I've waited to hear these words. Speak! Speak!
Rabbit. Rabbit.
Fantastic. Interior Louise's bedroom night. Louise is frantically running about her room, putting red scarves over the only 2 lamps in the room. All the chairs seem to be missing, and the room is clean and spotless. She sprinkles the magic potion all around her bed. Intercut to the front door, where Brad approaches the front door and rings the doorbell, arms laden with books. Back in Louise's room, she places the potion bottle in her nightstand and closes the drawer. There's a knock on her bedroom door, and she rushes over to answer it and lets Brad in. She quickly closes her door, because God knows what that little fucktwad Richie may be about. Afoot. Or maybe doing a foot. I don't know. Anyway.
Hi, Brad.
Brad looks around the darkened room, a little bit confused.
Hi, Louise. Isn't it a little dim in here for us to study?
Yeah, I can fix that.
She rushes over and realizes how silly she's been and removes the scarves from the lights. The room gets instantly brighter. I mean, like, much brighter than the 2 little lamps can do.
Sure. Where are all the chairs?
Chairs? Being reupholstered. I guess we'll just have to sit on the bed.
They go and sit on the bed next to each other. Enter the Twad Waffle Richie. She should have locked the damn door. They both stand when he enters.
Where are all the chairs?
Never mind, just get out and leave us alone, or you'll be having dog food for dinner.
Bark. The bark, the bark.
Turd Falafel exits. I'm going to take that. Thank you so much, Anne. Closing the door behind him. They turn to each other, awkwardly giggling, and sit back down. Frank enters the room with a tray of snacks, and they both stand again.
I thought you might like this. Where are all the chairs?
He sets down the tray on a table.
I moved them so I could exercise.
Oh, well, call me if you need anything.
Frank starts to exit, pulling the door closed behind him. He pauses, thinking better of leaving 2 hormonal teenagers behind a closed door, sitting on a bed in a room with no chairs, and he opens the door to just a Philly, giving a little smile as he leaves. Louise rushes over and closes the door once again.
All right, now we won't be disturbed. Now, where are we? Oh, yes, just sit down, sit down. Lothum, Malphilon, Athenona.
What?
What? Cernonum, Sonolific, Metolium, Brad Power.
What?
I wish Brad Power would.
What do you wish?
Never mind.
Louise gives up on her spell. She heads over to the closet and takes out a chair from the stack of chairs.
Here. Have a seat.
Brad starts to say something.
Don't ask. Don't even think about asking.
Interior Mr. Weaver's classroom the next day. Brad and Louise are sitting next to each other in class. They're adorably writing in the same notebook. It's cute! She doesn't even need a spell. There's some chemistry here. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Anyway, apparently it's study time. Mr. Weaver is just sitting at his desk reading it or grading papers. And the rest of the classes are heads down. The rest of the class are heads down in books and writing.
Listen, Do you mind if I get personal for a minute? I'd like to apologize for a couple things.
Hi, Brad.
Well, first off, I shouldn't have let you go home with David. I mean, he was pretty out of it.
Oh, he was harmless. I told him to get lost and he disappeared.
Anyway, I really appreciate you helping me with my English paper. You know, it was hard for me to concentrate at the end of the year.
Mr. Weaver is starting to notice Brad and Louise talking, and he looks on disapprovingly.
Oh, graduation?
No, prom. Rhonda brings it up, or Randa brings it up every day. What am I gonna wear? Where are you going for dinner?
In the background, we see Mr. Weaver heading down off the dais and rounding to the back of the class with his big stick. No, that's not a euphemism. He's got a 3-foot-long stick for some reason. What is this, a Catholic school? Is he secretly a nun?
You know, why do you put up with her? I mean, she seems so superficial.
Every guy wants to go out with the most popular girl in school.
Popularity really counts, doesn't it?
Sure.
Just then, Mr. Weaver slams his big stick on Louise's desk, scaring the bejeebus out of the entire classroom. She knocks her purse onto the floor in front of Mr. Weaver in the process.
We are here to study, not talk. That's why we refer to it as study period.
Louise goes to pick up her purse and replace all its contents, but Mr. Weaver stops her.
No. Allow me.
He picks up a giant blow dryer.
Expecting rain, Miss Miller?
Please, don't go through my purse, Mr. Weaver.
Oh, please give him a tampon. Oh, no. Now he picks up her birth control pills and opens it up. Ew!
Birth control pills. All in that place. Just thinking about it, eh, Louise?
I'm warning you.
Warning me? Well, listen to that, will you? And what will you do if I don't stop? Tell my mommy?
Interior Louise's room night. Thunder rumbles as Louise is dressing in what looks to be a handmade doll. Come on, Voodoo. She's got a yearbook photo of Mr. Weaver opened under it on her desk. That's right, witches. She's made a voodoo doll. She puts a few finishing touches on it, probably that fantastic Robotnik mustache. Her mom enters with a few pieces of laundry and places them on a chair nearby the door. She notices what Louise is making.
Oh, what a night. Isn't that cute? What is that?
Oh, it's nothing, Mom. It's just a little something for school, that's all.
Well, pleasant dreams, honey.
Okay, you two, good night.
Her mom exits. Louise looks back down at the doll in front of her, analyzing her work.
All right, Mr. Weaver. Let's see if you like being toyed with.
Oh, I did not even notice. I'm sorry, I did not look. It looks like Cynthia dressed in a Trump outfit. Anyway, I've been thinking about Rugrats all day. Anyway, interior Mr. Weaver's classroom the next day. Mr. Weaver cockily leans on his desk as he talks to his classroom.
What is the internal conflict setting Hamlet in this act? Anybody know?
Louise in class has the voodoo doll in her lap. Yup, kill him. She unties the little bow tie, as does Mr. Weaver. She removes the tie completely, and then Mr. Weaver does the same.
I'll give you a hint, class. Some of you may have experienced this problem if your parents are divorced. A crisis of adolescence.
Now Louise starts to remove the blazer from the doll, and Mr. Weaver does the same shortly after. Hardly any time passes between her actions on the doll and what Mr. Weaver does.
Hamlet is calling into question his loyalty.
Now she starts to remove his button-down shirt, and Mr. Weaver starts to unbutton his, revealing his undershirt. The students are starting to giggle at this time.
Does it seem hot in here? Or put somebody put something on the air. What is it he's calling into question?
Now Louise starts taking off his shoes. Mr. Weaver follows.
Nobody thinks it's hot in here. The answer I am waiting for is, what is Hamlet calling into question? His...
Louise starts to unzip the doll's pants, as does Mr. Weaver.
Oh,
No! Now the pants are completely off. Mr. Weaver's pants are down around his ankles, revealing his boxers. The entire class is laughing hysterically.
His manhood, you idiots!
Now Mr. Weaver starts to take off his boxers. Now, Mr. Weaver!
What is the matter with you people? His manhood!
The principal comes in, shocked at what he is seeing.
Mr. Weaver.
Mr. Weaver stops, starting to take off his boxers off, and then he is in quite a bit of state of shock.
Hot.
Interior Miller House. A little later, Louise enters her house and places the now fully dressed Weaver doll gingerly on the entry table and walks away. As soon as Louise walks away, that douche Twizzle Richie comes in eating an ice cream cone, and he picks up the doll. The rest of the scene is intercut between what's happening to the doll and what's happening to Mr. Weaver at the same time. The principal and 3 others are escorting Mr. Weaver down the stairwell in the school, holding him gingerly. Mr. Weaver is confused and in shock. Back in the house, Richie and his slimy, dirty hands hop up the stairs.
It's okay, Mr. Weaver. With a little rest, you'll be just fine.
Huh?
Richie is at the top of the stairs and throws down the doll and kicks it to the bottom. The doll goes flying down the stairs, as does Mr. Weaver. The crowd of people rush after him.
Trust me. Wow. Oh, Mr. Weaver. Are you all right, Weaver? You okay?
Mr. Weaver is all right, if not still in a state of disbelief and slight shock. He straightens his tie and his mustache.
What's next?
Margaret finds a doll at the bottom of the stairs, filthy from her slimy litter bug turd of a son's grimy hands. She picks up the doll.
oh, how could Richie do this? She worked so hard on this doll.
She walks off with the doll. We cut to see Mr. Weaver walking down the street. Margaret enters the laundry room and she dances the doll around the edge of the washer. We see Mr. Weaver veer off to the side towards a car wash. Margaret tosses the doll into the washer and Mr. Weaver just fully walks through the car wash. Working through the car wash, slowly marching, he lifts each arm to clean each of his armpits. Anyway, at the end of the car wash, he walks up to the guy who works at the car wash. The guy is completely weirded out by this dude who just walked through a car wash. I would be too. Talk about crazy town.
Very refreshing. Very refreshing. Of course, I want to pay for the shower.
It's
He
okay.
reaches
It's
for
free
his
today.
pocket. Oh,
That's
great.
okay. It's free today.
Oh, well, that's for the hot wax.
Weaves hands car wash. Anyway, hand the car wash guy some money, and then he taps him congenially on the shoulder and walks off. Thank you, ma'am. Interior classroom day. Ms. Malloy pops her head looking for Louise. Louise emerges from behind a dress form. Miss Malloy approaches. She's dressed fabulously and is excited.
Louise, dear. Oh, I'm sorry I'm late. I just had the most amazing things have been happening.
I know.
I won the state lottery.
Oh, really?
Yes, the whole thing. And the weird thing is, I never even bought a ticket. I got this letter in the mail, and then I thought in the pockets of my brown sweater, and there was the ticket. Then I realized how perfectly shabby I was looking, so I bought a new wardrobe.
Oh, and your hair.
Oh, you like it?
Are you kidding? Look at you. You're a raving beauty.
Oh, well, I don't know anything about that. Anyways, when I left the salon, I met this most wonderful man. Actually, he's hard. Can you count? Armando Lagondo. Oh, don't tell anyone, but I'm taking a sabbatical.
Well, it's about time.
Come on. And the most wonderful thing is he's taking me around the world and a few other places. I can't quite remember. I don't know why, but I want to thank you.
Miss Malloy shuffles her out of the room and behind the building, where we see a dark, handsome stranger well dressed in a white convertible.
There he is, Count Lagondo.
Oh.
Miss Malloy heads towards the passenger door where the Count is standing. She gives him her hand and he gallantly kisses it. He opens the door and helps her in the car like every bit of a gentleman.
Oh, darling, this is that darling Louise. Louise, I'm leaving everything in your capable hands. Take hope, dear child. Believe me, anything could happen.
The Count enters the car and they drive off. Miss Malloy waves goodbye. Exterior street day. Louise and Polly are dressed in tennis clothing and are riding their bikes down the street. Brad drives by and starts to waves at Louise and she waves back. Exterior street day. Louise and Polly are dressed in tennis clothing and they are riding their bikes down the street. Brad drives by and waves at Louise and she waves back.
I just waved at you.
I know. I wish she saw more in me than just brains, though, you know?
Give them time. Men are like another species. They're, they're just really hard to get through to, like Rhett, for example.
Rhett? Capoletti? You like Rhett, Polly?
You think he's weird, don't you?
I mean, he's not exactly my type, but yeah, I guess he's cute.
Yeah, I mean, he's really nice and he's really funny. And I heard him in class once and he has the cutest walk.
Yeah, I guess I could see you guys together.
Angle on a boombox. Spitting some sick music on the hood of a car. Next to it is Rhett and his buddies, Mo and Curly. They are dance rapping again. And by the way, this is the best part of the movie, guys!
I'm king, and they know it. When I snap my fingers, everybody says, show it. I'm hot, and you're not. But if you want to hang with me, I'll give it one shot, top that.
Hey! Angle back on Louise and Polly. They round the corner on the bikes.
Want to pass?
No, not in the mood.
Oh, come on.
Oh my God.
Polly sees Rhett rap dancing and stops. Louise stops next to her.
Let's go back the other way.
No, just go up and talk to him.
Are you kidding? I'd be so embarrassed. Look how funky he is.
Angle back on the boys doing their weird ass dancing. Fun fact, this scene was not a part of the original script and it was gloriously given to us in the reshoots. The cast thought it was completely ridiculous. Close on Polly.
I will never be hip.
I'm hot, and you're not. But if you want to hang with me, I'll give it one shot, top that. Top that. You can do all that again, but you'll never top that, top that.
God love you, Jared. Louise grabs her amulet and makes a silent spell. The radio gets a little feedback. Suddenly, Polly throws aside her hat and starts rap dancing towards Rhett. It's rap battle time, baby!
Supersonic, idiotic, disconnected, not respected. Who would ever really want to go and top that? Such a waste, a pretty face, but hang it in your nowhere space. I wish that you would take a look and really stop that, top that. Well, stop that. I don't really give a about trying to top that, top that. Stop that. I wish you'd finally take a real look and really stop that.
What's this?
Stop that.
What gives?
Top that. I don't really give a about trying to top that.
Top that.
Big deal.
Stop that.
Unreal. You can't really until you're blue. I'll make a fool of you. Stop that.
And with that mic drop, Polly rejoins Louise at her bike, who has been cheering her on like the best wingman she is. Come on, let call, baby!
Woo!
Hold on. Wait for it. Wait for it. Top that.
Top that. Yes! I live! Oh my god, if I was at I'm just giving you dollars right now, baby! Interior Serena's parlor day. Serena is at a large black-handled pot, stirring it with a wooden spoon when Louise enters.
Oh, I see you. Oh, what is that? Is it a revenge potion or a bad luck spell or what?
It's goulash.
Sorry.
So, like, begin. What is he eating out of the palm of your hand now, or what?
Oh, I couldn't do it.
Of course you could.
No, don't you see? I don't want to put a spell on him. I want him to like me because of me, because he thinks I'm fabulous.
Kids, they're never satisfied.
Oh, and another thing, I want to look like her.
She holds up a picture of Shanna. Basically, a Madonna. Yes, a banana Madonna. A Madonna-like rock star.
Seems like a waste of a good spell.
Fact.
Oh, come on, Serena. Listen, you know, everybody keeps telling me I'm going to be this big heartbreaker when I'm older, but I'm ready now, and I'm tired of waiting, you know? I mean, I want to be the most popular girl.
That's a big spell. It involves a lot of people. I'm not sure your powers are strong enough yet.
So you'll help me, right?
Serena relents and takes out a spell book, browsing through the pages looking for the right spell.
Most popular girl. This one looks good. Cleopatra, Marie Antoinette, Marilyn Monroe, Annette Funicello. No.
Let's see what you've got.
Yes, we might be able to pull this one off.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Just go.
Ooh, I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm sorry. Serena unlocks the cabinet at the back of the desk.
Did you hand me this, dear?
Sure.
She grabs a glass vial with blue contents from the cabinet. She sets it on a round tray with other ingredients. Serena picks up the tray and they go to her small sitting area.
Please sit down. Oh, I never thought I'd do this for anyone.
What's this?
Louise picks up a small black velvet bag.
It's the last of my powers. I was saving it for a mink coat to wear in the Ice Age.
Oh, Serena.
Serena takes a funnel and puts it in the top of the vial. She dumps the contents of the pouch into the vial.
All right, that's it.
Yay.
She then pours the mixture into a smaller bottle.
Oh, all right. You'll need a piece of her clothing and one of her records. And then sprinkle this all over your self and spin around 13 times at 45 RPM, counterclockwise, and repeat this. Argentinum popularum sincerum.
Exterior streets night. Polly and Louise are riding their bikes down a street.
Louise, you're crazy. How do you expect to get in to see Shayna?
Just walk right in. I have this feeling she wants to give me her tour jacket.
Right.
Exterior arena night. Music is playing, upbeat. Shots of the band playing. A huge audience is in attendance. On stage, Shayna steps on stage and starts to sing. She's uber 80s, bright colors, big hair, bedazzled jean jacket. It's amazing. I basically wanted to be her when I was a kid, and also now since I couldn't sing it, I wanted to be you, Angie, when I was a kid. Polly and Louise approach a stage door and enter it and start to walk down the hall backstage. A group passes them.
Oh my god, was that John McCune?
I think so. Come on, be quiet, okay? Okay.
Okay, this is so exciting.
Hey.
They get to a dancer standing at a lectern with a clipboard behind him.
You can't come back here. You have to be on the list to come here.
Well, my name's Louise Miller, and we are on the list.
You're not on my list. I know.
Well, check it again because I know we're on it.
Look, I just made the list out.
He relents and decides to check the list. As he scans down, we magically see Louise Miller +1 appear at the bottom of the list.
Miller?
Oh, yeah.
Louise Miller. Well, you weren't on the list a second ago.
He pulls out 2 passes from his pockets and hands it to them.
Here are your 2 passes.
Thank you.
They excitedly exit. Angie is on the stage where Shayna is singing.
Time is up. I've waited enough. Better be prepared. Don't expect me there. Never gonna be the same.
Louise and Polly ride up onto the side of the stage. Guess work, girl.
How did you do this?
I can't believe this. Can you believe this?
I know, I can't believe that we are on a real stage and Shayna is right there and we're right here. Look, the audience is getting totally trashed. Let's wave.
No.
Yeah.
Why do you make it hard for me to breathe? Oh, oh, oh.
God, Shayna is looking right at you.
Right through me. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh my god. I can't even type anymore. Oh my god. I'm just so into it. Shannon runs off stage to talk to Louise.
Oh, Louise, did you have any trouble getting back here?
No.
Oh, I'm glad you made it. Look, I want you to have this jacket. I've had it since my first album. It's my lucky jacket. Please.
Louise takes her bedazzled, first of all, Shayna takes her bedazzled jacket off, and hands it to Louise, who gladly takes it. I'm so sorry.
Okay, sure,
Just laugh.
Shayna.
Well, I gotta go. They're taping this. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Oh my god, Shayna is running back on stage, and oh my gosh, she's the best. And Polly and Louise freak out, and so do I. Interior Louise's room night. Angle on a boombox on her bookshelf as we pan out. Louise is wearing the jacket, sitting in a desk chair.
It's never gonna be the same again. It's never gonna be.
Louise starts to pin
Argentum
us.
popularum sensarum. Argentum popularum sensarum. Argentum popularum sensarum.
Yeah, spin, bitch.
The same again. Never
Okay,
gonna
dizzy.
be the same again.
Good. We spinned. We did the thing. We twirled. We're here for it. I live for both of you. You're amazing. Anyway, Angle on the outside of Louise's room. Loud music can still be heard on the outside of Louise's room. Her mom runs up the stairs and knocks on the door.
Louise, will you turn the music down? I can't hear myself think. Louise!
Interior Miller House the next morning. We hear Louise's feet walking down the stairs. She's wearing heels now. A big change from her old lady loafers. Come on, tassels. Purple socks and a pink lace layered skirt with denim and a denim vest. She's got a little pep in her step as she descends down the staircase. She pauses at the bottom of the stairs, gathering her strength to step out with her new look. She checks her hair in the mirror and then opens the door and quickly closes it. Unsure of herself, she gathers the courage and then exits the door. Exterior Miller House Day. She steps out of the front door and down towards her bike. Brad pulls in the driveway with Randa in the passenger seat.
Hey, Louise. Why don't you ride to school with us?
I'd love to.
They pull out of the driveway right in front of Polly. Polly goes to wave but becomes disappointed when the car just drives on without acknowledging her.
Gonna be some major changes coming over me. Gonna take a dream in a real fantasy. I'm gonna be the most popular girl. Gonna change my hair and my makeup. Soon you're gonna see me. I'm gonna be the most popular girl.
Yes. They're riding in the car and they pull up to school. Red helps her out of her car. Small montage of her walking through school, always followed by a ton of people. Some start dressing and doing their hair like her. Angle on the Miller's front door as someone pushes the doorbell. Louise opens the door and there's about a dozen guys standing at it. Brad's throwing a football from hand to hand and one guy has 2 donut boxes. I'd think more seriously about the guy with the 2 donut boxes, Louise. I mean, even if it's just for tonight. I mean, that's 2 dozen donuts, and I'm pretty sure that he'd let you eat all of them. Then cut to Louise walking down the street. There are several cars following her. Yeah, not creepy at all. But Red is half out of a window and he starts to sing to her.
Hey there, sugar, won't you ride with us? Come on, pretty baby, don't you put up a fuss. Looks like you really caught my eye. Jump in the car so that we can all fly. Be cool, baby, don't you put up a fight. Whether it's Wednesday or a Saturday night. We like you to come into our world, because every cool guy needs a popular girl.
Oh my god, I love you so much, Jared. In the hallway, Louise is at her locker, and 2 guys come up to her. One guy offers her his arm, which she takes, and the other carries her books for her. As they walk away, Polly looks a little sad as she's been forgotten by Louise. Cut to Louise walking to the classroom. Her fellow students start clapping for her, including Mr. Weaver, that douche canoe tool. I know it's weird, just go with it. Now she's walking down a hallway again. About 20 students are following her. Damn, I love everything she's wearing in each of these scenes. Now we go to Louise carrying her lunch tray, and she sits down at a table with Polly to have lunch with her. Soon, a mass of students hoard the table and scoop Polly over until she falls off the bench. Oh my god, Cher. You're like a virgin who can't drive.
Gonna be all draped in diamonds, how they're gonna shine. All the press and attention, I will never mind. I'm gonna be the most popular girl. I'm gonna be the most popular girl.
Exterior school day. Brad is leaning against the car, all sexy like. Louise sees him and they go for a ride. No, not that kind of ride. Get your mind out of the gutter. Jeebus. They're enjoying the fresh air and the sun in his convertible. Come on! He pulls up to the bottom of a hill populated with a ton of sunflowers and an abandoned house at the top. They both get out of the car and they climb up the hill. A little hard on the heels, but whatever. They're running up that hill. Brad is racing behind her. I wish I could hit those notes right
Come on,
now.
hurry up.
Okay, Louise is actually struggling in these heels, but she's going up them hill in those heels. Going up a steep hill towards an abandoned house.
Brad?
Cut to interior abandoned house day. Louise climbs in a window and Brad is nowhere to be seen. Suddenly, Brad comes up behind her and he's taken off his sweater and his button-down shirt and he is now in a wife beater. Come on, Brad. You are better than that.
That's great.
You scared me. Yeah, it's neat.
Cut to 20 years later where we're all obsessed with Ryan Atwood. Anyway, Louise is looking around the room. She turns around to address Brad, but he's gone.
You know, Brad?
Louise goes in search for Brad. She takes off her shoes and places them next to his shoes at the bottom of the stairs. Oof. She ascends the stairs and the ratty, dirty floors of this abandoned house barefoot. Cringy! As she heads up the stairs, she sees him at the top and he runs away. Midway up, she sees his shirt hanging on the banister. She removes her jacket and puts it with his shirt. Okay, choices. She finally runs into a bedroom, and there's Brad leaning against a wall by a window, gazing out the window. Come on, Calvin Klein. Damn, he looks sexy. I forgive you for wearing just the wife beater. Come to mama. They wander. I did not write this. They wander concentrically for a second, demurely looking at each other. Then they approach and meeting in the middle. They meet in the middle and kiss. I'm sorry. He lays her down on the, again, gasp. Come on, notebook. Floor of the abandoned house and make out. She runs her hand under his shirt. He gently caresses her face, and also he's using a lot of tongue. A lot of tongue. Okay, girl, we're going to talk about some shit. I will write you a sex scene if you want later. Anyway, interior Madame Serena's parlor night. Serena and Louise are sitting in her parlor talking.
Great.
I don't know where that line came from. It's just Serena.
He took the long way and then he kissed you?
How did you know?
I'm your Serena dear. I know everything.
Yeah, but why did he kiss me? Was it because of the spell?
What's the
Or was
difference?
this-
You're irresistible. That's what you wanted.
Yeah, but if it was because of the spell, then I mean, how do I know he really cares?
Louise, darling, what's the difference?
The difference is, I don't want him to just suddenly stop liking me.
Well, that happens with or without magic.
Not if love is real.
Falling in love is just a trick anyway. The right lighting, the right music, the right haircut. People fall in love and then one day it's over.
When he kissed me, was he really kissing me?
Louise, nothing lasts forever.
This is all just too depressing to believe. I mean, some people fall in love and they stay in love.
God, I hope so. Interior school day. Louise is sporting her 80s side pony. All the other girls are as well as they wave and greet her walking to class.
Hi, Louise.
Oh my god, I love her hair.
What a radical outfit, Louise.
You're so funny, too.
I wish I looked like Louise.
I wish I was Louise.
Oh, yeah.
Louise is pleasant and smiles and waves at all of her adoring fans, but it's starting to weigh in on her. Interior home ec room day. There are a bunch of girls at sewing machines working on projects. All are sporting side ponytails except for Polly, who's sitting next to Louise.
Aren't we trend-setting this morning?
You know, this is so weird. Everyone looks like me.
Well, the price of fame and fortune is to be envied, then copied, and finally discarded.
Says who?
I read it someplace. Probably Rabelais.
The shade! Interior Louise's bedroom day. Louise lays across her bed reading a postcard with her stuffed animals.
My dearest Louise, Armando and I have done Europe twice already, and now we are in Aruba. Armando is teaching me Spanish. I'm so happy. You brought me luck. Louise and I love you for it. Con amor siempre. With love always, Edith Malloy. Con amor siempre. Con amor siempre.
I need to actually memorize that too. Interior backstage theater day. Louise stands with Kiki backstage. The play is about to begin, and Kiki is in costume.
Oh, Louise, my first lead in the school play. I'm so excited.
Yeah, too bad Miss Malloy isn't here to see it.
The stage manager approaches.
Hurry up, girls. And don't say good luck.
Why not?
Showbiz superstition.
Okay. There.
Louise adjusts Kiki's wardrobe.
Break a leg.
Huh?
Break a leg. It's what you're supposed to say.
Oh, neat.
You're on, Kiki.
Oh no, I bet Kiki's about to wish that she said merd. Kiki heads off the stage but doesn't see the two guys carrying a giant long ladder!
Okay.
Break a leg, Kiki.
As she walks backwards, talking to Louise and waving to her, she trips backwards over the ladder. Oh no, her leg is injured. Oh, not like Donald O'Connor doing it and fucking make him laugh. Anyway, go. Sorry.
I can't move it. It's broken.
A group gathers around her, including Polly.
Kiki, I didn't mean it.
Louise, you're the understudy. You'll have to play it. Jeez, Louise. What did you do, Tripper?
Oh my god, I love you so much, Katie. Polly, disgusted, turns and walks away. Louise is feeling badly about what happened. Interior Louise's bedroom night. Frank enters Louise's room. Louise isn't super high energy. He goes to sit with her on the bed.
Hey,
Hey.
I hear you got the lead in the school play.
Yeah.
Well, looks like Cinderella is finally going to the ball.
Yeah, the dance.
What's the matter? Glass slipper doesn't fit.
I mean, yeah, I guess so. It's like when you really need someone to notice you, they don't, you know?
But Kitten, it doesn't really matter how other people see you. What matters is how you see yourself.
Thanks, Dad.
Exterior football field day. Polly is running, or should I say struggling to run? She's very out of breath. Louise, who apparently is a cheerleader now, jogs up to Polly and walks alongside her. Polly isn't having any of it.
Hi.
How are you?
Why?
God, Polly, come on. We used to be friends. Never
Used
talk
to.
anymore.
Yeah, used to is the operative word.
Why don't I ever see you?
Maybe I don't want to make an appointment. You're so busy now.
God, I thought you'd be happy for me.
Delighted.
Oh, come on, Polly. I really miss you.
Why? You need another dweeb hanging on to your every precious word?
Believe it or not, I care about you, okay?
Well, you don't act like it. You became the swan and you left me right in the duck pond.
Polly!
Yeah, forget it. There's no room for me in your new life.
Polly runs off upset, and Louise doesn't know what to do. In the background, the cheerleaders await Louise to start practice.
Hey, Louise!
Louise, come on, let's start! Ah! I hate that. My dancer hurt so much. Anyway, interior Louise's bedroom morning. Yep, that Spats Waffle Witchy is back. The weirdo is dressed as a bellhop. Of course he is. With a tray of breakfast for Louise. Guess what? It's about to be the Tower of Terror for your guts. There's flowers on the tray along with some papers in the holder on the side. This is the neatest we've ever seen him look. No food smudges on him anywhere. His hair is combed, and he's on his way to fucking upbeat. He's way too. Sorry. Come on, spelling. Too fucking upbeat for this early in the goddamned morning. I apologize, Anne.
Louise?
What?
Louise is shocked by what she's seeing. He places the tray over her lap in bed.
I prepared you a wholesome breakfast and your morning paper.
He hands her a newspaper.
I took the liberty of ironing your homework.
He hands her the homework.
Well, thank you, Richard.
Choices. Interior Miller kitchen morning. Margaret is getting something out of an immaculately cleaned refrigerator that is perfectly organized. The entire kitchen is spotless and in order. She's a little weirded out. She goes to sit next to Frank in the kitchen table. And she starts to talk to Frank, but he's just nodding at her to placate her.
Richie's cleaned everything. Even straightened out the refrigerator shelves. Do you think he's on drugs?
Frank continues to nod and then realizes what she said.
What?
Interior Louise's bedroom day. Camera pans across her dresser. There's a bunch of homemade cards saying, "We love Louise," and the sort. Several vases of flowers. She's in the window seat enjoying a good book, but she notices some horns honking and noises outside. She peeks outside and there's a bunch of cars parked on the street and a crowd holding up signs that say Louise on all of them, all waving at her window.
We want Louise! We want Louise!
We
We
want
want
Louise.
Louise. Oh, we want Louise.
We want
We want
Louise.
Louise. We want Louise. Hey, we want Louise.
Of course, you are the last one I have to shut off, Travis. Waving through a window. Oh. Exterior Miller back at the house day. Louise peeks out around the corner, making sure that the coast is clear. She starts to walk down the alleyway. Brad pulls up behind her.
Thought you might come out this way. Come on, hop in.
Louise gets in the car and they pull off. Interior Brad's car day. As they ride in his convertible, and by the way, you are a bright yellow block. It's a bit more than a solemn atmosphere. They are taking a lovely drive through the woods. Exterior lake day. There you go. Louise and Brad are in a rowboat in the middle of a secluded lake. Brad's rowing and Louise is leaning back a little, soaking in the quietness of the day and the sunlight.
So it's tough being the popular girl, huh?
Well, I thought it would make me happy.
And it didn't?
Well, yeah, for a little while. No, it didn't last.
I know what you mean. You know, sometimes I wonder who my real friends are. I've been football team captain since the 6th grade. What happens when I go to college next year and I have to start all over?
Doesn't matter.
How do you know?
Brad, you have a lot of fine qualities that have nothing to do with football.
But you think so?
I know so.
Exterior Brad's car day. Brad is driving her home and pulls up to her house. Thankfully, the crowd of weirdos has left. He leans over and gives her a kiss goodbye.
Louise, I want you to go to the dance with me.
Really?
Yeah. What can I say? You're an amazing girl, Louise. I've never met anyone quite like you. What is it?
What is that good?
Is that good? It's great. Look, you're not phony. You don't play games with people to make them like you more, and that's important to me. And
Brad, I just
let me finish. You're honest, and I respect you for that.
No, this is a bad idea. I can't go to the dance with you.
Why?
Because there's just something you don't know about me.
I know everything I need to know.
No, you don't. Look, why don't you just go to the dance with Randa?
Forget Randa. I want to go with you. It's only natural.
But it's not natural. Look, there are just some things you don't understand about all this, okay?
Louise, this is really stupid.
I can't go to the dance with you. Don't ask me why. I gotta go.
Louise gets out of the car and storms off, but Brad can hardly believe it.
Louise!
Exterior carousel night. Louise is reading her spell book on the carousel, a little frustrated and sad, pondering what she should have done. Exterior Madame Serena's house day. Louise hurriedly rushes up the steps and impatiently knocks on the door. Serena opens it up. She's dressing a little spiffier than before.
Oh, Louise, it's gorgeous. It's perfect. You shouldn't have. You're an artist with an eye for detail.
Serena, listen, you've got to help me. Look.
They both go inside. Interior Madame Serena's house day. Serena walks through her home and it's completely redecorated. It's very 80s trendy. A lot of pink and mint with black accents. She's both impressed and excited, and also I am disappointed. Keep going.
I sat up all night trying to figure out a way to reverse the spell, and I can't find anything in this whole book.
What do you mean reverse the spells?
I mean, make it go back the way it was. I just want everything and everyone to go back the way it was.
Reverse? Now that I have all this? Absolutely not.
Serena!
Louise, everyone loves and listens to you, right?
Yeah, they agree with me before I even finish what I'm saying.
Serena crosses to a plush chair and sits down. Come on, pure one realness.
Picky, picky. You don't know what a luxury it is to have people agree with you.
I'm not happy, okay?
He's happy. You'll get used to it. Believe me, you're gonna knock him dead at the dance. You want to give all that up?
I want to be me. I mean, all this stuff is happening, but it just, I don't know. It just doesn't feel like it's happening to me.
Let's give it a shot for a couple of years, and then we'll make a decision.
Come on, Serena, help me. Please.
Come here, sit down.
She motions for her to come and sit on her lap. Louise does, and they giggle because Louise is so much larger than Serena's small stature. They switch places with Serena on Louise's lap. Louise cuddles with her friend. You know what? You could have cuddled anyway. Y'all are beautiful. Keep going.
All right.
It's lonely.
I know.
I had to make people like me.
You never knew how people felt?
I didn't want to take the chance.
So I can change it all, huh?
The real magic is believing in yourself. If you can do that, you can make anything happen.
Thank you.
Interior school dance night. Excuse me. Lots of kids are dancing and milling about doing this usual dance thing. Come on, perks of a wildflower. Brad, Kiki, Sean, and Randa are standing together in the dance.
My dad got me into Stanford. He's a Stanford man.
Kiki.
I'm coming. I want to go to Vital soon, but my mother's making me go to Malcolm Junior College.
Yeah, but it's
I got
because you
into
have
SF
beautiful hair.
State, and Brad's going to visit me every weekend, aren't you, honey?
So, did your dad get you the car?
No. He got me a Schwinn. Can you believe it? It's like I'm cursed.
Angle on Polly and a table of nerdy girls.
You know, it could have been worse. You could have been here with that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Angle on Rhett, Mo, and Curly scoping for some sweet... I am not saying that word. I will say punani instead.
All right, guys, this joint's crawling with hungry women. Let's make our move.
The music changes and Louise enters with Serena. The crowd parts for her as she heads towards the center of the dance floor. People are doing that synchronized teen dance movie thing. You know what? She's all that because Doug Caldwell. If anybody has ever taken Doug Caldwell's class, Jared, I think he might have. Anyway, just in case, that was good. It was She's All That. Anyway, two guys take her and lift her up and spin her in a circle. They set her down and the music magically changes to a power ballad. She searches the room. She looks down at her necklace, considering what she's about to do. She looks around again and makes her decision. She removes her necklace and tosses it to Serena, who gathers it up, smiling at Louise. Brad, off to the side of the room, looks up shyly and approaches. They slowly walk towards each other. He takes her hand and they begin to dance in sync with the lyrics of the movie. He dips her back and they raise up slowly. They keep dancing. It's adorable! I want a moment like this in real life, damn it. Now everyone's doing the synchronized dance again. How do they all know how to do the same dance? This is what I'm saying. They stop dancing and they start making out in the middle of the dance floor. The couples continue to dance around them as the music and the screen begin to fade out. The end!
Thank you, everyone, for watching. Y'all did a fantastic job. You didn't have to do the songs, but you did them anyway, and I freaking love you all for that. Everyone, huge round of applause. Huge round of applause for Nicole, who had to leave us in the middle of the read. Also did a wonderful job. Thank you, and have a great night.